and welcome back to my channel. My name is AChante. If this is your first time here, if it's not your first time here, welcome back. Hey boo. So in today's video we're going to be doing an updated feminine hygiene slash health tips and tricks. I decided to throw the word health in there just because when you base something solely off of the word hygiene, it kind of makes it seem like it's dirty. That's not the vibes. We don't have no dirty cooch around here, so we're gonna call it feminine hygiene and health tips. And I do already have one of these videos up on my channel, so I'll be doing kind of an updated version. So I am gonna go kind of recap over those, but I won't go as much into detail since y'all already have that video for that. But I am going to touch on each thing and then add on the new things that I've been implementing into my like daily routines. So if that's something that y'all want to see, then just keep on watching. Okay, first of all, before I get into anything, quick little disclaimer: I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, I'm not telling y'all what to do, I'm telling y'all what I do. Just because I do it don't mean y'all have to do it. Y'all obviously just listening because y'all want to see what I'm doing and if it's anything that you can implement yourself. All of these things I've done 100% on my own, and which whenever I do see my OB, which is not very often, I do kind of run these things by her to kind of get her okay, and she's okay to everything. So yes, I'm not coming on here to be, I'm not passing no judgment, I'm not telling nobody what they need to be doing. Y'all listen, I've been there before, a young girl going through puberty and having a mom that's uncomfortable with talking to you about these things. And because like, I don't know why, like the topics of like things that you're born with, I don't know why it's taboo, because it's natural, you can't control it, it's gonna come up eventually. So I'm just here to be the big sister that I did not have, because I am the big sister, and I'm just here to tell y'all what I've done. I do know I have like a lot of younger girls that watch me, so if y'all would like me to come on and do like little things that you could do like throughout the day at school, like a little emergency bag, what I would keep in that, if that's something that y'all want to see, then just let me know. But yeah, I'm definitely not here to tell y'all what to do or pass any judgment. I'm just showing y'all what I do, because I didn't have anybody telling me these things growing up, so a lot of this stuff I've just learned as an adult. But better late than never, we got it together. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay y'all, so I have everything here on my phone, so I'm literally just gonna go down the list. I went back and watched the video, so I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I feel like I did a great job of breaking everything down in the original video. So I'm gonna go over each thing, probably hit it with one little like tidbit on why I do such a thing, or why I utilize this, or why I do whatever it is. And then we'll roll over into the new things where I'll go into more detail. If y'all do want more in-depth detail over the original few things, then I will have the whole video linked in the description box, and it'll be somewhere up here on the screen. So if y'all want to refer back to that for a little more in-depth breakdown on the original things, y'all can go there and then come back here. The first thing is to drink water, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory for like all areas of the body, not just the cooch. Like water is fundamental. If you don't have water, you're gonna die. But there's also more benefits to it than just being able to continue breathing. So something that I do to make sure that I'm getting the proper amount of water, or what I feel like is proper for me, is I carry a either cup or bottle of some sort with me, regardless of where I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing. What I've been carrying around more recently is this 40-ounce stainless steel water bottle. I feel like this just makes it so much easier for me to drink water because it does have a straw attachment. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I definitely feel like when I'm drinking out of a straw, I could drink a lot more, and it doesn't feel as hard to drink as if I were just drinking out of a regular cup. On a regular day, I try to drink at least 3 of those: morning, midday, and then of course before I go to bed, in which is pretty easy to it's pretty easy to drink a lot of water when I'm like taking my vitamins and stuff at night, because I need more water to wash everything down. But yeah, that's my little tidbit. If you have something cute to carry with you, you will probably be more likely to drink water. Try a straw if you do struggle drinking large amounts of water. I feel like the straw just makes it so much easier for me. I don't know if there's anything like scientific behind it, but that's just what works for me. So drink your water. To diet. And diet is something that can always be improved, like literally always. But something that I've learned is to not look at it like diet, but more like lifestyle. Because when you think diet, you think like fad, short term, like something that's going to be in and out in a few weeks or so. But when it's lifestyle, it's something that's going to be consistent, that's going to be there over time. So one thing that I've been doing is just, if I notice that like I have a craving for certain things, so like a lot of the times I do have like a sweet tooth, so I've been trying to like learn different fruits that are like more sweet to the taste, and that I have easy access to. That way when I do crave something sweet, I'm automatically craving the fruit, because that's what I know that I have, rather than like snack cakes or Little Debbie's. So yeah, diet plays a part in that. I mean, junky diet, I mean, you're gonna feel bad, it's gonna show, it's gonna come out in one way or another. You'll either be able to see it or smell it. So yeah, whatever you put in is gonna come out in some way, shape, or form. The next thing is probiotics. So I do still take the same feminine probiotics by Azo that I showed y'all in the previous video. Y'all know, tried and true. I was taking it a little bit prior to me making that video, and I still take them every single day. I still make sure I have my 30-day supply on deck. When I'm getting low, I make sure I run a Target, or at least I used to. Now I can shop directly on azoproducts.com, because I now have an affiliate link and a discount code for y'all. So if y'all are wanting to try the feminine probiotics, y'all know I've used them for years. I'm not gonna sit here and promote something to y'all if I don't actually believe in it, and the fact that I've been spending my own money on it for years says enough. But yeah, I'll have the link down in the description box, and like I said, just use discount code AChante for 15% off. Yeah, so probiotics is basically like the same way a daily probiotic would work for your body. It's just doing it for that area. So a probiotic is basically going to go through and push out anything bad that needs to come out, or just help to digest and break it down and get it out. So kind of like the same concept. Next thing is to make sure you're not holding your pee. That could definitely like weaken your bladder, cause UTIs or bladder infections. And of course, I feel like it weakening your bladder is not a one-time thing. Like, it happens over time when your body starts to get used to you doing that. So I would definitely make sure that you're not holding your pee and relieving yourself. So then the next thing is sugar scrubs. So I would never use a sugar scrub down there. You're only going to be using it on like the outside part, like the little triangular part on the outside. Yep, like up here at the top. So even though you're only doing that area, everything goes down, especially when you're in the shower, you're standing up, it's gravity, everything is going to go down, like, regardless. So I recommend using a salt-based scrub, or just exfoliating gloves in conjunction with whatever soap you're using at the time, or feminine wash that you're using at the time. There's also like different oils and serums that you can follow up with if like the overall appearance of her is a concern for you. I don't use any specified serums. Like, anything that I might use at the most is like a vitamin C oil or serum. But if there's anything else that you're wanting to use, I would definitely look more into it before doing so. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm just the big sister that's here to tell y'all what I do. Razors and washcloths. So whenever I'm in the shower, I use a separate razor and washcloth on the rest of my body from what I use on that area. So like for my body, I like to use something that's more abrasive and exfoliating, so I feel like I'm getting clean. And of course, I use like whatever razor I feel like is gonna give me the best shave on my armpits and my legs. And I don't really shave my armpits all the time. I mostly wax, but if I do, I'm going to use a separate razor from what I'm using for that area. And there actually are specified razors for that area. Venus has a line for pubic hair and skin. The line offers more than just the razor. I believe they do have a serum, a scrub, and an aftershave oil, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really 100% sure, because the only thing I use is the razors. But yeah, you definitely have things that are more fit for that area. And then as far as the washcloths, I just use baby washcloths. You can use a microfiber towel, but I prefer the baby washcloths just because I feel like the microfiber towels like pick up everything. And I don't feel like that would be good over time. The baby washcloths are super soft. They don't collect anything. And it's literally made for baby skin. Like, how much more sensitive can it get? The next thing is to make sure you're letting her breathe. You don't want to harbor like the moisture and the bacterias, because it's just going to cause it to grow. If you have something, let's say like you have like a really bad spill or something like in your room, you're not going to just close everything off and leave it in here. You're going to try to clean the area out. You're going to let the windows up to let everything air out, and you should do the same when it comes to your girl. Like, let her breathe. And then the next thing is to make sure that you're wearing cotton underwear. I know when you walk into the stores, it's so like easy to be like, oh my god, these are so cute, and they be like the little lace underwear with like the rhinestones and the flowers and XYZ, and those are cute, but they're not the best option. And I know like some of them do have like the little cotton inserts, but let's be real, and I'm specifically referring to like the ones that I have that are from like Victoria's Secret. Those is not made for nobody with no booty, because when they go in your booty, the cotton pad goes from here to here. It's missing the whole area. So just stick to the cotton underwear. That's what stays drier, easier. That's what's more for your girls. Okay, so now I don't really have a lot to add, but the things that I do have to add, I feel like they're significant. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. So first, I'm gonna be showing y'all all the new vitamins that I've been taking, and they're not really new. I've been taking them for about a year, but they're new to y'all because, like I said, I haven't done an updated video since before I was pregnant with Jace. Now I can actually take more things and not have to worry about his safety. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so of course we have the Azo Feminine Probiotics. Yeah, these are just like a regular everyday vitamin for me. I take them once a day. They've been like very helpful for me, just like with my overall vaginal health. One thing that I'll tell y'all that I have definitely noticed, because I have been getting into the gym more frequently as of lately, and I remember like one reason why I did not like to work out like when I was younger was because I sweat down there a lot. And when you, or at least when I did, like I could always like smell it, and it was like a sweaty smell, but like it wasn't overpowering where it was just like whoa. But you could, like, if I were to go to the bathroom, like, yeah, I could tell I've been working out. Like if somebody would like be trying to get straight to the business after I just left the gym or something, they'd be able to tell like, yeah, you just finished working out. But since I've been taking these over time, that has like diminished. Like I still sweat just the same. Like I still sweat just the same, but like the smell factor isn't a problem. It was never anything that I was really like insecure about, but it was something that I wouldn't want to have to deal with, because like if I did have anything to go do after working out, then I just wouldn't want to go do that. I would want to come straight home and shower. That's just one thing that is done for me. This one is going to be new to y'all, but it's also an OG for me. So Nutrilite PMS Health. So I was taking these before I got pregnant with Micah, in between him and Jace, and then again now. So these vitamins are like to overall ease your PMS symptoms, like period, regardless of which symptom it is, like cramping, mood swings, like nausea, even with like my hormonal acne. This has been very helpful, and that's the reason why I started taking it in the first place, was because I would get like a whole bunch of these little tiny textured bumps like around my jawline, and you couldn't actually see them because of like where they're located, but you could like touch it and tell like, ew, like, and it just didn't feel good. And then like sometimes that would be like the big thick ones that you could feel like before they even come from under the skin. But when I started taking these, they definitely helped a lot with that. I've never really had cramps, but I feel like if I were to have them, that would probably help a lot. Just because I took them postpartum with Micah, when I did like feel myself cramping up a little bit, and it definitely helped. But that's the only instance where I was like actively cramping. Overall, I love these. I don't see myself not taking them anytime soon. It comes with 120 gels, which could literally last you anywhere from like, let me see, how many months is 120 days? It could last you like up to 4 months, just depending on how many you choose to take a day. So I take 2 a day. So it could last, so these usually last me like 2 months, because it comes with, like I said, 120 gels. You could take 1 to 4 a day. So how long they last you is really up to you and how many you choose to take on a daily. But yeah, that's the new thing, the next thing in the lineup. Next, I'm gonna hit on these Rebalance vitamins by the brand RAE. So these are not the initial vitamins that introduced me to this brand, but I do feel like I had enough trust in the initial vitamins that I took that I was willing to try something else. And these Rebalance vitamins are specifically for hormonal balance. So with the birth control that I was previously taking, it was supposed to help with like a lot of my PCOS symptoms that I was having. And of course, y'all know my main thing is the migraines. Like, cannot stand them. They literally take my day away. The migraines started coming more frequently even while I was still on the birth control. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do away with this. It's not doing what it's supposed to be. Like, I have other options. Let's try something else. So I decided to just like completely go off of the birth control, and I haven't been having the migraines. I haven't been having the crazy breakouts. Like, all the stuff that the birth control was supposed to be stopping is actually at a stop now, but it's not because of the birth control, it's because of the vitamins I've been taking. So I would definitely say these vitamins have definitely had a big effect in just like my overall day-to-day thing. Just by being able to eliminate like my migraines alone is just like, if that's the only thing that it does, then that's great. But y'all will kind of see, like, I feel like all these vitamins do work pretty well together because they're all geared kind of towards the same thing. It's just what my focus is on when it comes to my vitamins and supplements, because obviously that's the region that I struggle in. The original vitamin that did kind of initiate me into the RAE vitamin lineup is the Daily Cleanse. And y'all, these vitamins work so well, like, for my digestive system. Like, I've always had a problem with being regular ever since I was little. It's just like something that's always been beyond my control, regardless of what my diet was, how much water I'm drinking, how many fruits and vegetables I'm eating. Like, regardless of any of that, like, I've always struggled with being able to just go every day. Like, just to be able to go every 2-3 days was good for me. But since taking these, baby, I go every day. Like, every day, no questions asked. And like, my mom had the same issue as well. I guess we gonna blame her. I got it from her. So I told her about these, like, after I had started taking them. I was like, you know, I'll take 2 a day, and like, I've been going. So even my mom takes them now because, like I said, we had the same issue. So I had the solution, so I presented it to her. She likes them. They do what they're supposed to do. That's all I can say. I'm not even sure if this will be considered a vitamin, but I feel like a suppository, I mean, it still goes into your body. It's still consumed, not the same way, but yeah. So these boric acid suppositories, I think that suppositories are definitely more like beneficial for somebody who's like fresh off their period, who maybe just had a baby, or just like any changes in the downstairs area. So definitely after intercourse, I would recommend using one of these. I have used them just to like try them and get familiar with the product to kind of see what they actually do for me. And what I did notice was that coming off of my period, you know, sometimes like your discharge has like a funny smell because it still kind of has the old blood in it. That kind of like got all of that out, and I was good to go the next day, because usually it takes me more like a day or two to recover after having my period. Then I take as long. So what I did was I just inserted it with my finger. Make sure you're using clean hands. Wash your hands thoroughly. I inserted it like as far as I could go, and then I just put on my regular panties with a panty liner in case like anything came out overnight, because I did put it in before I went to sleep. That's just my preference. I wouldn't want to put it in during the day where I'm going to be like out and about and having to like worry about changing a panty liner, because if I'm like upright, then I feel like it's more likely to come out quicker. And I didn't want that to be the case. So yeah, those are the updated vitamins and supplements that I've been using. If y'all do have any questions about any of them, just comment down below and I'll be happy to respond, or y'all know, DM me. I'll respond to those as well. The second thing that I've been doing, which is kind of new, is adding apple cider vinegar to my bubble bath. So at nighttime, like from the time I put the boys down to bed to whatever I do until it's time for me to go to bed, like that's my only me time. And like taking a shower, of course, is like a regular everyday thing, but it's not always relaxing. So I have been gravitating towards bubble baths a little bit more, you know, just lighting me a candle, listening to a podcast or watching a video, just something to like romanticize the experience and make it more for me, not like a chore, not like I'm just taking a shower, getting ready for bed. Like, no, I'm actually relaxing and doing something for myself. There's a few things with this. So with bubble baths, so I do add the apple cider vinegar, since I am going to be like laying there soaking for a little bit. That's one. It has a lot of health benefits overall when you're along the lines of ingesting it, when you're talking about that route. But just for like sitting in it and soaking in it, it can definitely help rid of any bacteria that you might have that's not supposed to be there. I do know that it's known to treat bacterial vaginosis, so that's another thing. I haven't had that before, but like I said, if I'm going to be soaking, I want to make sure that it's doing some good rather than bad. Also, another thing with my bubble baths, I make sure that since I'm just soaking and relaxing, the very last thing that I'm going to do is to actually wash up and bathe myself, because I don't want to be using all these soaps and stuff and then just sitting there soaking in it. So what I usually do, once I'm done like soaking, I kind of just run the faucet, and I'm kind of taking like a shower, but it's not actually coming from the shower head, so I just wash up and then rinse directly from the faucet. That way I'm not sitting there soaking in everything. Apple cider vinegar in your baths, and making sure that actually bathing and soaping is the last thing that you do, so you're not just soaking in the soap that's not made for that area. On the nights when I am in the shower, most of the time I still try to make that a little routine or a little experience as well. So when I take a shower, I use like a gel-based cleanser to, like, you know, get everything off of me so I can be feeling clean. I sugar scrub in between, and then I follow up with like a more moisturizing body wash, or more like a Dove, something that has like a more lotion texture that's going to leave my skin feeling soft. And then I just like thought to start doing this recently, because at first I would do like my vaginal washing like after I did the sugar scrub, but then I'm still going in with the other soap, which is gonna pass through there. I mean, it's low on your body. I mean, gravity has to do its job. I mean, everything is gonna pass through there. So now even after I do like the moisture based body wash, so I just go in with my baby washcloth and my monostat wash, in which I'll just insert a picture of it here so y'all can see what I'm talking about, or what I'm referring to. And I wash that last, so I make sure that's the very, very, very last thing that I'm washing before I get out of the shower, because if I wash it prior to using anything else in my shower routine, that is still going to pass through there, and I don't want it to like cause any irritation or leave anything behind that doesn't need to be there. The last thing that I've been doing is actually not using a soap every day. Your vagina is like a natural cleanser, like it cleanses itself. That's what the discharge is for. So since like that's what it's for, I'm like, okay, I want to give it the chance to actually do that on its own. So I've kind of like winded down to using like the feminine washes only every other day. That way my body is not like getting super used to it, and if I wanted to swap over to anything else, to any other products, it wouldn't be as hard to kind of wean my body off of it, because it's not used to it as an everyday thing anyways. Have I noticed a difference with doing that? Yes, I actually have. Just feel like the overall cleanliness is a little bit easier to upkeep, because it's not dependent on soap, and it's kind of getting used to, you know, doing its job without the help of the things that aren't really needed, because you don't have to use a vaginal soap if you don't want to. Your vagina is going to clean itself on its own. So on the days that I don't, I just take the washcloth. I still use the washcloth, get hot or warm water, and then I just kind of like wipe around the area, but without soap, of course. And I try to do it like very gently, because since it doesn't have anything to like protect it from the friction of the washcloth, it could cause irritation if you're doing it too hard or too rough. Okay, y'all, so it's later in the day. I forgot to film an outro, because where I stopped the video, I actually stopped because the train was on the track and I never came back to tell y'all bye. So just wanted to come back and say thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And hey to my new subbies. I know I've had some new subscribers since my last upload. So say hi, let me know y'all's names and everything down in the comments, and let's chit chat. Let me know some content that y'all want to see coming up, so I can make sure I'm delivering. And that is going to be it for today. I will see y'all in my next one. I don't know how many times I gotta say peace, but bye y'all.